Hello my guardian angels, welcome back to yet another video. So today I am gonna talk about my least favorite K-pop discographies. Now before we start, please keep in mind that firstly I will be talking about the discography of a group as a whole, which means I will take B-sides in account. There are many groups with really good title tracks but lack good quality B-sides. Secondly, this is my opinion. And just because I say I don't like something doesn't makes it objectively bad. So yeah, now let's start with the Chanel. In one of my previous videos I quoted that itzy's discography is underappreciated, their B-sides are really good. You know what, I do now see why their discography gets zero to no appreciation and why people don't like their B-sides. Let's be honest, I was being extremely biased. Now that I think of it, their discography is one of the weakest I have ever seen. To this day I have never come across an itzy song that I genuinely enjoy. A distinctive catchphrase or killing dance break isn't enough for me to come back to listen to the whole song. If you have seen my tier ranking 4th gen girl groups title tracks video, you must have noticed that not even one itzy title track managed to reach the top tier. A majority of their B-sides are boring and simply just not interesting. It feels like their company puts zero efforts in making B-sides and they are just fillers to say the least. Some B-sides that I actually like of them are Sorry Not Sorry, Kidding Me, Shoot, etc. If I have to describe every itzy title track in a few words, I would say, it consists of solid beats and instrumentals to catch your attention and a distinctive hook, but as time passes by the song becomes repetitive and ages like sour milk. There are zero to barely any rapping or vocal efforts made, so their song entirely depends on the instrumentals and random catchphrases, which mostly does more harm than good. You cannot argue to me on this one. The only song you have heard of them is After School, because the rest of their discography is monotonous to say the least. Their songs aren't bad or pathetic, but they are just what a typical K-pop below average song sounds like. And it's not just the B-sides, their title tracks are no better. They have this basic unoriginal sound that has been recycled in K-pop throughout the years, thus nothing sets them apart from the group and makes them stand out. Although there are many groups like this, I am genuinely disappointed in them, and only them is because they released After School. I really don't know why they didn't stick to similar kind of releases. Mind it, I said similar and not identical. Cravity lacks a sense of identity. I feel like their company doesn't knows what they want from them and just follow the new 4th generation trends. And just try to mix and mold every K-pop group and sound into one. In an industry where there are almost 208 K-pop groups, what's one thing that makes Cravity unique? Nothing. They sound exactly like what I expect an ordinary K-pop group to sound like. Bring the boys out! Their title tracks are amazing and are literally a cultural reset, but their B-sides are questionable. Most of them are just fillers. If you have listened to their entire discography, you would know what I mean. Out of their entire discography, I only like 5 to 6 B-sides to say the most. If you listen closely, you will realize that many of their releases sound the same, with their melodies being really weak and not memorable. In no way I am saying all of their B-sides sound the same, because in a full album 2 to 3 of their B-sides are amazing, but to get to them you have to listen and skip through a tremendous amount of fillers. Girls' Generation would have never ever been on this list if we were only talking about title tracks, but sadly discography means everything one has released. Blackpink! Blackpink's discography is so mediocre it's annoying. No, neither their title tracks are good nor their B-sides, and excuse me, what B-sides are we even talking about? They barely have any. Everyone knows that YG isn't giving us quantity, but trust me, they ain't giving us quality either. Their discography is so small that using the same formula becomes glaringly obvious, and their title tracks lack longevity, which is such an essential feature for a group's discography to be successful. I have grown sick and tired of the EDM beat drop chorus and the way every song of them is almost identical. Whenever I hear a Blackpink song, I always feel like I have heard it before, which is disappointing and just frustrating. And we are talking about the biggest girl group right now. In a nutshell, YG needs to lock their producer in a dungeon and get someone who can actually make good music. That's it for today's video. I really hope you liked it, and I am gonna see you in the next one. Bye.